Hello, this is Rani Singh down here at Canalside reporting for KLTV. I'm here this week to speak to Simon Grayson. After a devastating result against Leicester City and back-to-back home defeats, the Terriers take on Birmingham City on Saturday to face ex-town boss Lee Clark down at St Andrews.
Simon, beating on Tuesday evening against Leicester, was it a lacklustre performance or did the better team win?
Well, a bit of both really. I thought Leicester were a very good team on the night. They're obviously one of the favourites for the division with the players and the squad that they've got together there. And I thought the other night they played very well. They passed the ball with a purpose. They had a desire to break forward quickly. But maybe we sort of didn't help ourselves by sort of being a little bit sort of off the pace, didn't close them down when we had a chance to. When we got possession of the ball, we didn't play like we could have done. So yeah, disappointing from our point of view, but you do have to give credit to the opposition sometimes when you get beat.
Rumour at half-time was the hairdryer came out, the hairdryer treatment. You was quoted as saying you were ready to take 6 or 7 of the players off if you had the opportunity. What were the key messages you were trying to put?
Well, we just had to show some more desire and passion and fight about us. There wasn't too many tackles flying in. You're playing a team that are the favourites for the division. It's a night match, it's great atmosphere. We didn't really make too many challenges, and I want my team to do that. I want us to play when we get the chance to play and with the ball, move it around. But you've got to obviously a bit of steel about you as well. And we allowed Leicester to dictate for the first half. So 6 or 7, yeah, maybe 9 or 10 could have come off.
On to the weekend's game against Birmingham. You've won 1 in 10 against them in all competitions. You go down to St Andrews, a difficult place. You've got back-to-back defeats, and of course you're facing ex-town boss Lee Clark. Is that extra added pressure for yourself going down there?
No, not really. Look, stats are there for everybody to see and for stats to be broken. So look, we'll go there and try and play as well as we have done in the previous away games. We went to Blackpool, who were on a fantastic run, went to Sheffield Wednesday, a difficult place to go, and got 2 great results. So let's try and replicate the performances that we've done recently and put to one side the 2 home defeats, which is obviously disappointing for everybody, but it happens in the Championship, and your next game is important because you think you can win it.
As all fans out there know, you face the ex-town boss Lee Clark. Is there still talk of Lee in the dressing room and around the camp?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Lee did a good job for his football club and left the football club, and that happens at places, and we were brought in to try and sort of finish a job off that Lee had started, and full credit to what he's achieved and some of the players that he brought in. But it happens in football, we're all aware of that. He's got a new club now and he's looking to do well for them, and I'm certainly trying to get 3 points at the weekend regardless who we're playing, because we want to get back to winning ways, and 2 we want to try and get over that table again. So yeah, a lot of people will be talking about the Lee Clark effect, but it's basically all about sort of my players trying to get 3 points no matter who we're playing.
You had your critics when you came to Huddersfield Town, obviously with your history with Leeds, and you took over from Lee Clark. A lot of fans out there for Lee from a town perspective back then. Is this an opportunity for yourself to silence those critics if you get the result on Saturday?
No, not at all. I'm aware of what people may have said in the past, but it's sort of so far I've come to a football club to get promoted. I've done that. We've got to second in the division, so it's everyone's entitled to the opinions whether they like me or not. I'm not here to be liked by people. I'll go and do my job, and I want to be professional in everything that I do. So we've done okay so far since we've come in, and hopefully we carry on with more success.
And on to Birmingham again on Saturday. They boast a number of international players, you know, have had an international experience. What can you expect, or what can the players expect going down there?
Well, you expect a tough player. St Andrews have got some good supporters, passionate about what they're doing. A team that's one of the favourites for the division again, but they're coming off the back of sort of a sticky spell at home. They've been beaten the last home game against Barnsley, and it was a bit of a drubbing, to be fair, but they responded well by getting a result at Brighton and then lost at Cardiff. So sums up the division. They win some, they lose some, and we've got to go there, try and implement our game, work hard, and don't allow them any opportunities, because they've got some good strikers and good players, but we still think we can hurt them in areas of the pitch where we've got some good players.
Lee Clark again wished you good luck, you know, in the playoff final, and we appreciate it and you pay tribute. Win, lose or draw, will you be having a glass of wine?
Yeah, of course. I always do with every manager, whether it's a manager from the Premiership or somebody in League Two. It's always part and parcel of you go and see managers and have a chat. So I'll certainly be doing that at the weekend with Lee and the rest of his staff, because I get on well with them. I get on well with Lee, and I get on well with the rest of his staff that he's got there. So yeah, win, lose or draw, there'll be a glass of beer or wine that will be had, and hopefully we're celebrating come the end of the game.
And onto the injury front, you've got James Bourne and Adam Hamill. Are they still doubts for the weekend? Or?
There's still doubts. They're moving along nicely, but we've just got to be careful that don't rush them back too quickly. So they're progressing. We'll have to see where we are in the next 48 hours, whether they'll play or not. And
of course, finally, Jermaine Beckford is back in the squad. Is he starting straight away, or?
Well, you'll have to wait and see, but at least he's available for us this game. I think we saw glimpses last week of what he can do, good movement, and going to get better with every game. So again, we'll have to wait and see what team we pick out, and hopefully the right team is picked and we get a result.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
Cheers, no problem.
Well, there you have it. I've spoken to Simon this week. After the disappointment against Leicester on Tuesday evening, he seems determined and confident going down to St Andrews this weekend to get the 3 points that Huddersfield Town will need against former boss Lee Clark. This is Randy Singh reporting for KLTV.